going on, everybody? Welcome back to TCG Madness, and it is Monday, June 2nd, 2025. It is time for another Monday market video, and today, to nobody's surprise, we're taking a look at Pokemon. I said last week when we took a look at One Piece, we'll be returning to Pokemon. That's pretty much how this format's going to work. We'll do 2 weeks of Pokemon in a row, so next week's Monday will be another Pokemon video, and then on the third week, we'll take a look at something else. It might be One Piece, it could be Yu-Gi-Oh!, it could be Dragon Ball Super if we ever get a little more information on that, but that's just kind of how it is. So again, if you like this type of content, want to see more, just do me the really big favor right now too. Just hit that like button, and if you are new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you guys never miss my drop of video. Real quick on how this works. First up, we're going to show you guys cards that are trending down, and then after that, I'm going to show you guys some cards that are trending up. And out of this list, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys one card out of the cards that are trending down that I call my golden pick. It's a card that I really feel really strongly about. I think out of all the cards, I'm going to show you a lot. I think out of all the cards I show you, there's one card in particular that if you had some money, I'd go out and buy several copies of that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. This is, again, cards that are trending down. So all these cards you're going to see are all prices trending down. Kicking things off, we have Clement's Quick Wit from Surging Sparks. 3 months ago, this card was $18.77, and now most recently, sitting right here at $10.93, 41% decrease. And you guys can see it's going to continue to drop down because we're already at $9.66 with the $1 shipping. So very good chance that this thing does continue to drop below $10. And again, some of you guys may be thinking to yourself, like, why are you guys like, why do I do these videos? Again, if you don't know by now why I do these videos in particular, if you're a collector, if you're someone who buys singles, with product just being so damn expensive right now, I am trying to do my part to at least show you how to beat the scalpers. If you're someone who can't get your hands on product, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe just run over to TCG Player or eBay or whatnot, buy the cards that you want to buy, and here are the prices. That's pretty much why I do these videos, in case you just didn't know. Next up, sticking with Surging Sparks, we have Execute. 3 months ago, this card was $10.94, and now most recently selling at $5.41. 50% decrease, and you can see 39 of them sold, so they are moving pretty quickly, which is a good sign. Next up, Chansey. This was almost my golden pick, but I think I have one card that's better, but this one was almost it. I do think this card's also a card that I would probably run out and buy as well. But Chansey, Twilight Masquerade, 3 months ago, $25.50, and now most recently selling at $17.06. 33% decrease. The thing I love about this card the most, you got a Ditto, you got a Psyduck. I love Pokemon cards that have like multiple Pokemon throughout the card itself. That kind of like tells a story. This card definitely tells a story. You got Blissey, who's happy, helping everybody. You got Chansey just running around like a chicken with his head cut off that looks just, looking around like I can help anybody as well too. You got Snorlax sleeping, you got Bellsprout looking on, Psyduck looking crazy, and you got a Ditto just looking straight ahead. So again, just a really beautiful looking card. Next up, we got Lickitung for Temporal Forces. 3 months ago, $19.04, and now most recently selling at $9.22, so now it's below $10, 51% decrease. And again, we are finally at that point where, last couple of videos I've been looking at or been doing with you guys, we have been doing like 1 month sample size. We are now comfortably at that 3 month sample size that we can show off some good statistics, and we can show off stats that are just really on a sharp decline. So this is all just stuff that you really like to see. Again, March 7th, almost at $20, it was at $19.04, and 22 of them sold, and now most recently it's back down below $10, and still 25 of them sold, 51% decrease. So again, just giving you guys some raw numbers to help you guys hopefully beat the scalpers. Next up, Alakazam EX from Scarlet Violet 151, a set that, again, I said multiple times now, very, very high on. Cards from 151, I would be buying as much as those cards as I can today. 3 months ago, $53.51, and now most recently selling at $38.77, so it's below $40, so that's 27% decrease. We also got Psyduck from 151. We're going to see a lot of cards from 151 here in a minute. So you guys can see 3 months ago, $25.13, and now most recently below $20 at $18.10, and 40 of them sold. That's 27% decrease. The Nidoking, this is the card I do expect to see a heavy decline on the pricing, because of the new Nidoking that came out with Destined Rivals. So I would be definitely picking up this card, because again, I think that set 151 in general will take that upward skyrocketed, just like Evolving Skies. I think a lot of cards from that set will also see that same skyrocketing as well. Once we hear the announcement that they're no longer printing it, that's when you'll see it. But Nidoking, Scarlet Violet 151, 3 months ago, $15.60, 30 of them sold, and now most recently $9.56, 66 of those sold, 38% decrease. I do expect this card to go very close to the $5 range as Destined Rivals. More and more people get their hands on Destined Rivals. I do expect this card to continue to see that downward slope. So make sure you guys keep an eye on that card. Next up, Machoke from 151. 3 months ago, 1406, and now most recently, 915. 34% decrease. This card is below $10, and another great looking card as far as artwork goes, and with multiple Pokemon throughout. Pidgeys, Meowth, just a good looking card right there. And for my golden pick of the lot, it is this card right here. We have ourselves Gloom from Obsidian Flames. Here's the reason why this card is my golden pick though. Number one, you're going to see a very high point card, and now this card is also on its like biggest downward trend. So again, cards that hit a certain high point, I do expect those numbers to return after the next 5 or 10 years. Number two, the reason why this thing is my golden pick is this set, Obsidian Flames, is now all of a sudden seen as a very, very nice set. That's because of the Charizards. Charizards definitely carry sets. So because of that, I think the cards from that set are going to be looked at as like, you know, like, hey, they came from Obsidian Flames, let's go buy those cards out. So again, I expect that return to glory at some point for this set, which I do expect this card to kind of, like, I expect the set to carry the cards along with it. That's why this card is my golden pick. Now I'm going to show you some numbers here. 3 months ago, it was $18.69, 29 of them sold. It was almost at $20. And now most recently sold at $8.50, 77 of them sold, 54% decrease. What I'm really interested in, the reason why this is my golden pick, is right here. A year ago, this card was trending at $326. Now, do I expect this card to hit that downward all the way to $326? No. But we are almost at that. We're $5 away, right? We're $5 away from it returning to $326, basically, right? I do expect this card to continue to hit that downward slope, and then it's going to stop. It's going to plateau right around $6, $7, and then I do expect it to return to glory and hit that $18.10, almost $20, $25 at some point. Also, PSA's 10s are also looking very good for this card as well. It's the reason why it's my golden pick. The numbers on this look very promising. Again, I'd be picking up as many of these cards as I can. If there's one card out of this entire lot, number one, Gloom, and number two would be Chansey. Those two cards in particular. Anything from 151 is also, again, I think all cards, all hands on deck when it comes to 151. But outside of 151, those are the two cards that I would definitely pick. I think Gloom is definitely my 1A for sure. And then my 2B is easily Chansey. It's the reason why Gloom gets my golden pick. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section if you agree or disagree with that analysis. Next up, we have Heracross from Paldea Evolved. 3 months ago, this card was $20.51. It peaked at $25.85 very quickly back in May, and now it's already back down to $19.53. 4% decrease, but again, we get that nice big 1 month sample size. So 26, and then now recently 1983. I do expect this card to continue to go down. We also have Curlia from Scarlet and Violet base set. 3 months ago, this card was trending at $31.38, and now most recently at $23.26, 27% decrease. And for those penny pinchers out there, we have a nice Palmont from Scarlet and Violet base set 3 months ago, $6.99, and now most recently at $3.29, 52% decrease. We also have Sandile from Scarlet and Violet base set, $6.48 3 months ago, and now most recently selling at $3.64, 43% decrease. And from Journey Together, because pretty much every card from Journey Together is taking a downward slope, but this one in particular has my eye. 3 months ago, this is Hop's Zacian, by the way, if you didn't know. 3 months ago, this was $98.50, and now most recently $55.81. And yes, these were basically like the pre-sale prices, so this right when the set drops or before the set drops. And now with the set being openly available, we're now seeing where this card is actually going to be sitting at, and that's $55.81. So maybe if you think this card is absolutely worth $50, take a shot on it. If you think it's not worth it, just keep waiting, and you'll probably see some more downward slopes for this card. That is going to do it for cards that are trending downwards. Let's go ahead and again flip that script and show you guys cards that are trending up. Okay, so we showed you some cards that were trending down. Now these are the cards that are trending up, and there's two things that are going to be on the theme here for cards that are trending up. There are two things. Number one, Sun and Moon. A lot of these old cards with the dual Pokemon really now being sought after. And the second one, Sun and Moon promos, basically. All their promos also seeing some all-time highs. So with that being said, let's go ahead and kick this thing off. We have Umbreon and Darkrai from Sun and Moon Unified Minds. 3 months ago, this card would have cost you, 3 months ago, would have costed you $40.98. And now most recently sold at $66.10, 61% increase. And you can see directly from TCG's 124. Not a lot of these cards circulating right now. This might be, out of all the cards I'm going to show you, this card in particular would be one card that I would definitely pick up as many as you can right now. I do expect this card to hit the $100+ range. Mega Sableye and Tyranitar GX alternative art from Sun and Moon Unified Minds. 3 months ago, this card would have costed you $161 and most recently sold at $201.48, increase, and you can see directly from TCG what it's going to cost you. If you actually just take a look real quick at what's even being like sold right now, the cheapest is 280. After those 280s are gone, you're looking at 300 plus. So, you know, if you want to pick this card up, I guess now is going to be your best chance. Next up, Raichu and Alolan Raichu GX alternative art from Sun and Moon Unified Minds. 3 months ago, 158, and now most recently sold at 205. That's a 22% increase. For all you guys who have deep pockets out there, we have Latias and Latios GX alternative art from Sun and Moon Team Up. 3 months ago, this card would have been costing you 1,400, and now most recently sold at 1,618. That's 10% increase, but if you see what's being sold right now, it's going to cost you over $2,000. That is crazy. Now, X and Y promos, we have Venusaur EX, X and Y. 3 months ago, just 3 months ago, this card was under $100, and now most recently sold at $135.73, 49% increase. Beautiful looking card. I really wish we would get back to these type of like Black Star promos. They're just absolutely gorgeous, man. Look at Venusaur busting through. We got Vileplume, we got Scyther. Just a gorgeous looking card. Love it when multiple Pokemon are added to a card. Speaking of cards that are also just beautiful as far as promos goes, we have the Charizard and Braixen GX. We have from the Sun and Moon promos. 3 months ago, 3 months ago, man, this card would have costed you $34.99, and now most recently sold at $76.84, 119% increase. And you can see directly from TCGs what that's going to cost you. So if you just take a look at what's pretty much being sold right now, there's pretty much like next to nothing that is being sold at mint. So this is going to cost you if you want it from TCG. Next up, we have Marshadow and Machamp GX full art. Sun and Moon Unbroken Bonds 3 months ago, under $100, $90.71. And now most recently sold at $140.90, 62% increase. Again, I have been screaming about this every time I've done a Pokemon video. Back when I was doing this like 4 or 5 months ago, I was saying like, hey, these older cards, I wouldn't even worry about modern. I would just be focusing on some of these older cards before they get out of control and you can't pick them up. And again, I'm pretty much right on the money on that one. Reshiram and Charizard GX from Sun and Moon, another promo card. 3 months ago, this card was under 100. It was $62.84 and most recently sold at $171.99, 173% increase. And you can see 4 of them have been sold there. So these are definitely sought after cards. Again, another gorgeous looking card as a promo. That is going to do it for the older cards. Now let's go ahead and look at some modern cards here that have been increasing lately. Kicking things off, we have Frostlass from Twilight Masquerade a month ago. This card was $6.60 and now most recently $7.38. Only 11% increase, so nothing to worry about there. We have Mudsdale from Temporal Forces. 1 month ago, this card was $4.59 and now most recently being sold at $6.26, just a 36% increase. Deerling from Temporal Forces. A month ago, this card was $16.01 and now most recently sold at $19.11, 19% increase. We got ourselves Miriam from Scarlet and Violet Base. 3 months ago, this card was $29.44 and now most recently sold at $35.21. This is the only card, by the way, that has a 3-month sample size that actually shows an increase. So its peak was $41.07 and now most recently selling at $35.21. And last but not least, we have Pluckle from Paradox Rift. A month ago, this card was actually selling under $20. It was $19.34 and now most recently sold $22.20, 14% increase. That is going to do for me. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you made it this far in the video, please hit that thumbs up button and also maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. And let me know what you guys think right now. Like I said, I'm doing these videos to help you try to beat the scalpers because I know it is very difficult right now to get your hands on sealed products. If you can't get, right now, my philosophy is very simple. I wouldn't even be worrying about modern. I wouldn't be worrying about buying sealed product. That's pretty much just buying a lottery ticket. You're just gambling at that point. If that's something you like to do, then by all means, God bless you, go do it. Personally, I would just be doing what I'm kind of doing right now. The cards that are trending down, buy up those singles while you can, get those cards graded, and help beat that market. Until we see the sealed market really come crashing down, that's when we can return to some sanity in Pokemon. I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't see that happening anytime this year. So, buy singles, man. That's where I'm at. That's my philosophy. Real simple. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think about my golden pick. All that stuff. Love hearing from you guys. That's going to do it for me. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.